welcome to my channel. My name is Lexi Panada. I'm a New York City vocal coach. I teach students all over the world, and today I'm going to be talking about one of my most asked questions, which is, am I a good or bad singer? Like, do I have talent or not? And I think our society is always so wrapped up in this question of like, am I good enough? Like, should I even try? Should I even like put effort and energy into my voice? Is it something that, can turn into something big for me? I think that's what we're all always looking for, is this like yes or no, good or bad, black or white thing. So let's talk about it. So a couple things that have to do with, I guess, inherent talent versus skills that you could build over time through lessons. So I think something that is, kind of something that you're born with is this center of pitch in a way that is like, if you're able to sing a pitch that I give you, like let's say I say la, can you match that pitch on a la? Some people are naturally born with a little bit of a stronger pitch center. Some people have something called perfect pitch, where they could literally just identify like any note at any time, which is kind of crazy, not the majority of people. But then we have relative pitch, which is kind of something a little bit similar, like you could figure out notes around a certain pitch that's given to you. But most people, I would say 99.9% of people are able to replicate a pitch that I would sing to you. So if I sing la, can you sing la? Only a very small percentage of people cannot match that pitch. So chances are it's probably not you. You're probably not totally tone deaf. Like, that's essentially what the word tone deaf means, is that you're unable to replicate a pitch that was given to you, that you're not able to copy it. So I would say usually that is the first skill that I kind of look for when I am assessing singers. But again, this is just assessments. It's not really like a good or bad, or like this is, it's not so black and white when it comes to singing, because I've heard singers with not like the strongest pitch center, but they come in with such like emotion and such like care for what they're singing that it doesn't really like matter that they're not like right on the center of pitch at all times. And also, center of pitch is something that can be developed too over time. Like, these are exercises that are done in lessons that you can like replicate, that I would play a sequence of a la 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 la, and then you'd have to sing back la 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 la, and then we'll keep going through in different parts of your range and everything. So I think matching pitch also is even something that can be developed as a skill too. Something also that I think certain people do have more of a inclination for is just this relaxed jaw position, a little bit more of a relaxed pronunciation when it comes to things. Some people want to really enunciate things and squeeze and sing just exactly how they speak and hold everything in. And some people are able to kind of let loose a little bit and just open up. And that's another thing that we do in lessons, is we just kind of open up your tone a little bit and we relax into it, and we use a little bit more of the air instead of like muscling through. I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of beginner singers kind of come across in terms of challenges of like doing too much. I think that is a huge thing of like, you've never taken a lesson before, you don't know if you're doing it right or wrong, so you're just doing a lot. You're like giving, and you're really exercising your jaw here, and you're opening up a lot of space in the back, but you actually don't need that. You don't need that as much. So I think it's just about, really, some people just come into singing doing less, and they're actually just more comfortable in that part of, in that part of their speech, in that part of just like producing pitches. It's a lot more relaxing for some people, rather than others feel the need to do more. And again, this is also something that can be trained too, which is not like a good or bad, yes or no type thing. So like I said, it's a loaded question when you're asking me like good or bad singer. And then another thing too that we can get into is range. And this is something that, most people are born with a specific like range, obviously, before like warm-ups and stuff. So it's kind of like going to the gym, for example. Some people that are born with a little bit stronger muscles and more muscle mass just naturally, that's kind of like how some people are built. And the same is exactly true with your voice. In fact, your voice is a muscle. Your vocal folds are a muscle at the end of the day. So we also need to understand too that some people are just born with these stronger muscles, the ability to sing higher, sing lower, just right from the get-go without even warming up or anything. But that doesn't mean that if you don't have a big range that you can't find that through warm-ups. It's just like going to the gym. There are some people that, they're not born with the most amount of muscle on their body, but they're able to build it, and they're able to like adjust their diet, and they're able to like, commit to a routine and stuff where they're constantly exercising and building that. Then it's absolutely possible to build your range over time. It's these small little steps along the way that can really change your sound and change your voice. So when we warm up, we don't want to obviously push our voice past the point of no return. We don't want to overwork our muscles, same as in the gym. We want to kind of make sure that we are pushing ourselves in a way that doesn't cause harm. That's why going to a voice teacher or vocal coaching is great, because then they know exactly where your limits are, and they know, okay, we can kind of like push you a little bit further. We know, and that's something that you can't really get from, YouTube tutorials and stuff, and like, which I'm sure you could get amazing information, just like, my channel and stuff. I give as much as I can, but obviously I can't tell you like where your limits are and where you can kind of push your vocal range a little bit, and where we can improve and where we can kind of like relax into it a little bit. I believe that everyone has a really, really nice vocal range, but if we just relax into it and get out of the way of everything, including our jaw and our tongue, then we all have this really great inherent like vocal range within us. So getting to that too, when we're talking about like belting and this power behind your voice, again, same thing. I think some people have more like just strong speaking voices in general. Some people have buzzier speaking voices. Some people have ones that are a little bit further back. So this is something to work with when we are getting into belting and bringing a little bit more power into the sound. And this is why whenever I work with singers, I always like to have them do these really powerful call outs, just to see how strong you can get your voice. I'm going to pull back from the mic a little bit, but if I do a, hey, that's mine, hey, it's like, how much power can you get without like getting into singing mode of just speaking it? How much power can you get from your voice? And that'll tell you how much power you have inherently within you without vocal training or without warming up. And again, like, power is also not necessarily good or bad. It's just a neutral thing of like, you're using just more colors of your paint palette. That's what I always like to say whenever people are coming into lessons and saying like, am I good? Am I bad? It's like, what lessons are going to give you is just like more tools in the toolbox. It's going to give you the ability to like sing quietly if you want. It's going to give you the ability to sing more strong if you want, and just to be able to like control it a little bit more. And also to increase it. It's kind of like going to the gym, like we talked about with range. You can literally increase your range. I've seen it with so many students who weren't like born with a crazy range, but were able to, through techniques and skills and simply just like committing to singing for like a year, 2 years, 3 years, that you're able to grow your range over time. And I think too, just to kind of wrap things up, is like, society definitely does crave this like immediate, like yes or no. Like, we live in such an immediate society right now where it's like instant. Everything happens in an instant. You could get food delivered. You could get like, you could have a date set up in a couple days. You can, I don't know, you could like post to thousands of people every day on the internet, like instantly, and reach out to so many people. And the only thing is that building skills and building your voice is something that takes time, but it is so, so rewarding. And I don't believe that there is such thing as a good or bad singer at the end of the day. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that this encourages you to get vocal training. I have a beginner singer program for singers who have never, sung before, like with a professional, and gotten actual guidance and support. So I have a whole membership called the Voice Gym, where it literally builds the muscles that you need for singing while getting guidance from me and other vocal professionals. So please check that out in the link in my description. And I also work with students currently one-on-one. That's getting a little bit full, but definitely go check out the Voice Gym. It is such a great resource for beginner singers, and I hope to work with you soon.